Good afternoon and welcome this round 11 ISPS Handa clash here at English Park in Otutahi, Christchurch, with the home side Canterbury United Dragons taking on Hawke's Bay United. It's a wonderful day here in the Garden City. Thanks for joining us on Sky Sport Next. The noise is starting to pump in the Steve Sumner stand. My name's George Berry. Wonderful to have your company this afternoon. Alongside me for expert comment and analysis, former Dragon and also former All White, Aaron Clapham. Good afternoon, Aaron.
Afternoon. Pleasure to be back on commentary.
Yeah, wonderful to have your insightful comments throughout the day. Taking a wee look at the weather, it is nice down on pitch. It is very nice down on pitch, in fact, when you get that bit of sun reflecting off the black rubber. But around the tops, it's quite windy. This easterly is starting to get up here in Christchurch. The Sev says 7 kilometres an hour. I'm thinking someone in the graphics department potentially left off a 2, maybe. It is windy, so it'll be interesting to see actually how those high long balls start to react, Aaron.
Yeah, it could impact the game if that stays up for the whole 90 minutes today. The wind blowing in quite strongly on the screen from right to left as we watch the pitch. So it'll be a bit of a challenge to maybe get out of the half for a couple of teams here. Yeah,
we're not far away from kick-off in this round 11 clash. You're set to take a look at, I was going to say, at the home team, but let's have a look at the earlier games. There's been some quite big results today too. We've had Waitakere United get up over Eastern Suburbs 4-0. That'll have a bit of an effect on the leaderboard, and also the Hamilton Wanderers getting up over the Wellington Phoenix 2-1. So that'll shuffle things around a little bit. Also tomorrow up on Sky Sport 7, 4 o'clock, top of the table clash. Auckland City taking on Team Wellington at Kiwatia Street.
A couple of very exciting teams there, Auckland City and Team Wellington, so make sure you tune in to that game. Both playing great football and, yeah, rightly a top of the table clash. If my math is right, and I'm no mathematician, George, I believe that Hamilton have bumped themselves up into 3rd place above Eastern Suburbs, and Waitakare's win pushes them into 5th, which, with obviously the game in hand that we're about to enjoy ourselves, Canterbury United will be in 6th place, Hawke's Bay in 7th, and the Phoenix rounding it out in 8th spot.
Yeah, but obviously a win today, which is very much a needed win if Canterbury United want to stay in the top 4 sort of contentions, but they could jump themselves back up into 5th.
Yep, they'll move into 5th place, and then only one point off 4th and 2 points off 3rd place, so very tight. Yeah,
as we get set, the teams are heading out onto the pitch here at English Park. Take a quick look at the home side. Goal today, 22, is Danny Knight. There's King, Schwartz and Tang at the back, along with Coughlin in 9. Andrew Storer in 13 as well. We'll see him at the back for Canterbury alongside Schwartz, the captain. Ihaya Delaney in 10 alongside Sam Field in 12. Yuya in 18. Corey Mitchell in 16 and Lyle Matheson in 19. Lee Padmore, the coach of Canterbury United. Bit of a change to the bench as well, with Ashton, Stroud, Richards, Cottam and Wilkinson. So a little slightly different to that graphic, but they will be the names you'll see come on to the pitch and out throughout this second half. You're set to have a look at the United team, Aaron.
Yeah, Morrison goal. We have Hoyle, Woods, Aikens, Delhame, Mandir, Pickering in 12, Akol, Othman, the co-coach and also player Bill Robertson, Akers, and Hawke's Bay co-coached by Chris Greatholder, who will be leading the team from the sideline today.
Early on in the year, this game went 3-0 the way of the Dragons up there in Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay looking to come down and reverse things, playing their traditional white. Canterbury will in their traditional red and black. The referee for today is Ben O'Connell, assisted by Edward Cook and Michael Love.
Yeah, Hawke's Bay struggled early on in the season when Canterbury United were able to pick up the 3 points there, but they've actually gone on a run in 2021. Despite last week's loss, 4-0 to Auckland City, before then had been on quite an impressive run themselves, winning 3 out of the 4 games before then and a draw in the mix there. So really we've got 2 of the form teams in the competition coming together today, despite their position on the table.
Saying plenty to play for at that point. And we got their wishes for Christmas, Hawke's Bay United. A couple of games on form, put a bit of pressure on, and say they will be a bit disappointed by that game early on in the season up in Hawke's Bay. They will come down and try and upset this Canterbury team at home.
They pride themselves in their performances up in Napier at Park Island as well. They normally have a very strong performances on their home ground, so they'll be looking to make up for that. And for Hawke's Bay as well, you know, 3 points bumps them up to 13 points, and they're right in the mix there for the playoff spots.
Your captain there, Tom Schwartz for Canterbury. He will be the man at the back leading things for this red and black side. Dragons with the first possession in the first half. They will head from left to right, so they'll play slightly into the wind. If there is a bit of a wind, it'll come over their left shoulder, cross over top of the Steve Sumner stand. Delaney set to get us underway. Referee O'Connell looking down at his watch. It's almost 4 o'clock, ready to go, and we are. So Delaney with the first touch. Tongue with it, ball up front. Yeah, with his first wee touch there on the right-hand flank, it goes out over touch. Visitors with an opportunity now. Dragons have it now. Send it. It's Matheson down that left-hand flank.
They're lucky, Canterbury United. They have 2 natural left footers, so you'll see a bit of interchange between Matheson on the left and George King on the right, very likely.
Big bonus here. Ball crossed into the middle. It's dispossessed here by Hawke's Bay. It's Tongue now with it, looking for a cross. Gives the ball forward to King. It's on the edge of the box. It's King now with the centre. That left foot, as Aaron Clapham just talked about. Delaney and Matheson with a wee 1-2 out on that left-hand side.
That's a great turn by King on that weaker right foot into Delaney. Coughlin takes over, but not able to find some space in the final third there.
Plenty of defenders getting back for the visitors. Snuffed that one out again, but it's been all to attack for the opening minute or 2 for Canterbury United.
Samfield with the throw-in. So we see Hawke's Bay with their first chance to get forward.
Into the middle, and a wee shot, so that brings Danny Knight into play, the keeper for the Dragons. This ball out, and they're looking to play again, going forward through Coughlin, back to his skipper. So Matheson thinking about a quick throw. Some ball down at Coughlin.
Coughlin breaks forward. Delaney looking to get into the box. Just trips over the ball there a little bit. Yeah, Lyle Matheson has a deceptively long throw, which was able to break forward there.
Still going is Delaney. Out now to Yuya. Looking around this time to King, playing in his 50th. It's a good ball into the middle there to Delaney. It's a good strike. Nice take there though from Morris.
Yeah, comfortable there for Morris. Nice strike from Matheson on his weaker left foot, and good hold-up play by Delaney. They've been able to find Delaney at the top of the box a couple of times. He's done well to lay the ball off.
Back to Morris in the box. Boyle now down this left-hand flank. And it'll go out over the touchline off Hawke's Bay. Tongue back to his keeper. Storer with it, looking for a long ball. Trying to find King.
It's not really a strength of George King's game there, and Hoyle and Robertson are very strong in the air.
Tongue just advancing a bit of real estate down that touchline. Yeah, done well. Coughlin has it now into King. Forced out onto his left. Coming forward is Field. Matheson has it now. Nice wee into play. Just starting to get a bit more aggressive in the tackle now, and a wee jersey pull there from Matheson. Starting to get into the game a little bit now, though, Hawke's Bay United. That's an aggressive tackle there from Mitchell.
Yeah, a couple of industrious challenges from Corey Mitchell, which he's not shy of.
He certainly won't want to be early in this game too. He'll be wanting to make his presence felt in the opening couple of minutes, just to remind these boys from the Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, there's a fine balancing act there. You also don't want to pick up a yellow card too early.
This is Neil with it, and he can't find his man, so Danny Knight has it. Rolls it out to his skipper, Schwartz. Looking for opportunities. Off the boot of Emerson and over the touchline. Same again.
Canterbury United lining up in a 4-3-3 today, and Hawke's Bay United in a back three with a midfield five and a two up top. It'll be interesting to see how Hawke's Bay handle the wide areas in beyond the wing backs for Hawke's Bay, which Matheson and King will be looking to exploit.
Delaney comes away with it, looking for options. He's got one out on the right. Tongue has it, gives it back. Schwartz down that left-hand side now to Field, who's just coming forward. He just misses it. It's over the top again to Schwartz inside the Hawke's Bay half. So Canterbury United have pressed forward. Schwartz again continues to press forward.
Get on the ball, Tuggy!
A couple of poor turnovers in a row there from Hawke's Bay, which they won't be happy with. Hoyle, Atkins, Othman, really allowing Canterbury United to take the initiative here.
Looking to move the ball, the Dragons. King has it into Tongue, trying to get away from his opposite. Swings it out now to Matheson out on that left-hand side. Again, it's been sort of held up a little bit there. Coming back through to Mitchell. Matheson with a wee 1-2. Here he comes off the left foot, sitting there for Yuya. Can he put it in? He does! Well, that is as simple as that, but a beautiful wee play out on that left-hand side for Matheson. A 1-2, beautiful left foot cross in for Yuya, and we have our first goal of the day.
That's
going to Canterbury
football.
United Dragons.
Canterbury United. They've spread the ball a couple of times there, a couple of switches from the right to the left. Really composed play from Mitchell and a lovely combination out wide to get Matheson in beyond and an early ball. And it's a very nice composed side foot finish from Taguchi.
Yeah, what a wonderful wee 1-2 play down that left-hand side. And then the keeper, Morris, didn't really have much of a chance, did he? Right out in front of goal. So
a deep run from midfield from Taguchi to get in beyond the back three of Hawke's Bay. And very composed, nice side foot finish along the ground, really under control. And it's sprung from a couple of turnovers from Hawke's Bay. They gave the ball away 3 or 4 times, and Canterbury United showed good patience to switch the ball across and wait for that opportunity to open up. And quality of Matheson's delivery there was superb.
It was.
Good early ball to lift his head, and
Yeah,
here we go again. Matheson and beyond.
has it onto his right. Can he have a cross? He crosses. Oh, he's hit the post. It's come there. It's sitting there for Delaney. Can he get across to it? Look at it. Oh, and now he's the ball away. Sitting there.
Yeah.
If only had gone another 3 inches to the right, it would have been 2 goals in less than a minute for Canterbury United.
Yeah, Matheson's found himself in beyond, looking very stretched, Hawke's Bay. Bill Robertson comes across the cover and on his weaker right foot still gets a nice strike off there and a bit unlucky to hit the post, and probably not lively enough there, the rest of the Canterbury United players to make the most of that rebound.
Absolutely. Interesting. It's the visitors, though, they have the opportunity as they come forward with the ball. You are looking to stop the flow of play from Hawke's Bay, but they're now inside the box. It's on that right-hand side. A nice wee cross back in it, sitting there for... saying awesome, but out there on that right-hand side. That's Hawke now with it, now out on the left.
Fergus Neal moves the ball back to Hoyle. Back to Neal.
Neal looking for options. There's a lot of red shirts in front of him. Keeping it alive, though, the visitors. Hoyle, the good ball. Can we pull it down? We can't. That's Pickering up front there for the visitors.
It's difficult with the wind like that too. As we mentioned pre-match, that wind going from right to left on the screen. So for Hawke's Bay to play those balls and beyond, and on the turf as well, the ball does roll a little bit more. It's difficult to weight those balls in behind.
It's interesting, you talked earlier about King and Matheson just changing sides, and all of a sudden we saw that before. After it scored the first goal, all of a sudden Matheson found himself just on the right-hand side of the pitch, didn't he? And all of a sudden, when things start to pop up, defenders are wondering who's where, and things start to happen for Canterbury United.
Yeah, I think you'll see that as a feature throughout the match, those two switching, and I think you'll also see some interchange with Garvin Coughlin, who's playing as an attacking midfielder, but historically has played as a striker, so I think you'll see a bit of movement maybe between him and Delaney also.
Schwartz with the long ball, but it's been intercepted by Hoyle. It's gone out over the touch inside the Dragons' half. Tongue with it. It's been in to see the hairdresser in the last week or so. It's a nice sweet header, though. So Hawke's Bay have it through Hawke. Hawke has it again, and it's been handballed. It's bounced up and hit him on the hand. Despite the pleas from the visitors, referee Ben O'Connell says that it has bounced up and hit Hawke on the hand. Store it through to Tongue. Dragons have it at the back. Yuya dispossessed there.
Good defending by Hawke. Nice. We see Akers breaking forward. Ball into Mandir.
It's up there. It's still in possession. It's a nice wee shot. Oh, goal, but it just sails up over the top. So it was a bit high, but equally that bit of wind just helps it float up a little bit too. Good to see a bit of pressure coming on now, though. A bit of possession too for Hawke's Bay United. The last thing they want to do is play inside their own half. Store it. He won't want to play in his own half either. At a Tongue.
Playing themselves into a bit of a pressure here, twice in a row, Canterbury United.
Just much that Hawke's Bay United are getting up, aren't they? Starting to move themselves around the park a bit.
It's nice to see Canterbury trying to play out from the back, but you've still got to make sensible decisions there.
You looking to get rid of the ball and out of Canterbury territory. It is back inside the Hawke's Bay half. It's Robertson at the back. Through to Atkins. That's a long ball.
Again, it's difficult with that wind and the turf conditions to play those longer balls from right to left.
Knight will probably look to do the same, I suggest. Get out of Canterbury territory. Finds Delaney off the head. Delaney. Sweet to King. Yuya back inside to Delaney. Leaves it behind.
It's lovely.
King has it.
Play.
And they've lost it again.
He's got a great work rate, Akol, in the middle of the park for Hawke's Bay. He's pressured a couple of times and managed to turn the ball over.
Down there. Nice cross over to Neil. Neil has it inside the box, looking for runners. And it goes up over top of the goal. So we're going to have a corner. Looks of things.
Fergus Neil, one of the most experienced players in that Hawke's Bay side. He's been a great servant to the region there, and comfortable playing fullback on both sides of the pitch. And today finding himself a bit further forward in a wing-back role as Hawke's Bay play with back three.
So Mandia out on that right-hand side. The corner kick, and it's a big one right up over the back. It's cleared them all. Atkins has it. This goes out over the touchline. Coughlin with the headband on. It certainly shows you, though, how much the wind is blowing. Delaney jumped all over by Hoyle. Tongue looking for it.
Tongue playing it at right back. He's filled in the last few weeks there after the injury to Sean Litticoat. Normally a midfielder, but has a bit of experience as a fullback as well, and has slotted in there quite well.
Keen. Delaney all over. It's Robertson showing his experience at the back there for Hawke's Bay. They come down that right hand side and look for a cross, but it's Storer that had it. He finds Matheson. We haven't said much of Matheson for a while. He was in the thick of the action. Is now Yuya to Tongue. It's opened up again. King has it, looking for runners and options. Canterbury just getting some players forward now out that left-hand side of Matheson, leaves it behind to Coughlin. Again, looking for options. Here it comes.
Good hold-up play again by Delaney.
Plenty of players in front of the ball. Mitchell. It's a weak play there for Yuya, but it goes out over the touchline, so it'll be Hawke's Bay ball.
Not the first touch that Taguchi would be looking for, especially someone with the technique that he has. But again, good patient play by Canterbury United, and you can see Canterbury exploiting those spaces in beyond the wing backs. You've got Lyle Matheson and George King staying wide in those initial build-up moments, which is causing a real problem because that stretches the back three of Hawke's Bay.
Mandia just kicks it off himself and over touch. That's another opportunity for the home side. Through Coughlin, looking to cross, and it'll go out. So we'll have a corner. The first corner for the Dragons. Looks like Matheson heading back to take it. Get a few of those tall bodies.
Yep, Schwartz and Storer will move forward for this for sure. And looking for another bit of quality in his delivery from Lyle Matheson.
Yeah, interesting setup there. You talked about Storer and Schwartz right out the back. Coming forward, the ball sits up. Oh.
It's another great ball from Lyle Matheson, who finds the head of Andrew Storer, who wasn't picked up, as you noticed, at the back post at all, and a free header. And he'd probably be disappointed, actually, with that.
He just needed to bring it down a little bit and around the corner. As I say, you saw them just sneaking in the back, the pair of them. Picked up Boyle. We cross back inside. It's now with the Dragons, though. It's been 1-2 play. Out on that right-hand side now come the visitors off the left boot of
Othman.
Othman it is too.
Othman cutting in, but that's comfortable from Danny Knight from that distance. And as we've mentioned again, we see a switch in the wide play. We'll see Matheson on the right-hand side now with King moving out to the left.
Delaney Coughlin working in tandem in the middle there. And it's gone out over the touch again, off the boot of Mitchell this time. Field, sorry. It's 2. At the back now for Robertson. For the visitors that come round to the left through Hoyle. Again, looking to exploit things with Tongue up over the head. A little dribble. So we'll have a goal kick. Dribble over the backboard. Amazing, isn't it, Aaron? It is quite cold. The easterly breeze up, we're not that high up in the gantry, but it is quite a different temperature to being 5 or 6 metres below us down on the field.
Yeah, looking at that picture, it does look quite pleasant, doesn't it? But it is a bit chilly. Good early ball from Field into King. Great feed.
King on that left-hand side, looking across it.
Sam
He has
Field getting himself forward. He's in on goal here.
He's onside.
And he
screams there from Robertson to suggest that he was offside, but he very much was onside because there was still another player. Hoyle was behind Robertson. Field screaming down that left-hand side.
Found himself in a bit of nosebleed territory there. Sam Field, as a centre-back converted into a full-back, has suddenly found himself through on goal and didn't really have the instinct to go straight to goal there. He's actually looking for a cross once he had found himself in the 18-yard box. So probably not the player that Canterbury United wanted on the end of that.
Tongue this time with the corner kick out on that far side. It's headed away. It's sitting there for Yuya though, and the goal's open. Lofty
Yeah, difficult ball there in the wind as the ball sits up there under pressure, but Morris has done well to hold that.
It's an interesting option, wasn't it? It was almost like all of a sudden the box was filled up on that far side of both Dragons players and Hawke's Bay United. As we come away again, so we've got a switch up front there. That's Matheson back to Tongue. Yuya has it, back again. And right to the back there from Storer. Schwartz, who have pushed forward. Field out on that left-hand side. King getting those little legs going. It's like a wee rotary motor, isn't he?
He's explosive once he gets going, King. Once he gets those legs moving, he is quite explosive and he changes direction very quickly. Pleasing to see again some good patience from Canterbury United, waiting for that opening, feeling happy to move the ball around on quite a big pitch here at English Park, tiring Hawke's Bay out. 21
minutes gone and the ball sits up. It's there for Matheson. Can he? He can't at the moment. Still patience. Oh, and a chip there from Mitchell. Up and over the top.
It just didn't quite sit right for Lyle Matheson there once it had broken through. A good little header from Taguchi to move the ball forward, and Corey Mitchell not quite able to get clean contact. Emerson moves the ball out to Akol.
Akol's on there with Othman now on that right-hand side. It's away again. Looking to bring it back towards the left. Robertson having to go forward and tidy up for his side. Just wanting to push forward down that left-hand side for Neil. And it rolls out over the touch.
It's the 4th or 5th time now we've had that ball just rolling off the end. The through balls on this pitch with the wind behind you just don't quite work.
Tongue looking for the long throw. The shoulder of Hawke's Bay. The assistant referee might have had that one a bit wrong, actually.
He's overruled the referee there. I didn't have a great view myself.
Thought it come off the shoulder of Emerson. But in the meantime, the visitors have it. They'll go out to that right-hand side through Atkins. Yuya had it. Leaves it for Coughlin. And that's not the best pass into a very trapped situation there. There's Delaney. Called for offside. A nice piece of work there from Mitchell.
That's great defensive play from Mitchell. That's what he
really brings to the team. Looking for runners, cross back through for Coughlin. Hawke's Bay starting to get numbers behind the ball, and
That's
he's
a foul.
been... You think it's a foul? Obviously not. You think that Coughlin was brought down.
Yeah, absolutely. It seemed to me on the edge of the box, probably outside of the box by a fraction, but that looked like a foul on Coughlin for me.
Coughlin now again with another opportunity from the ball from Tongue. Spins, left foot kick. Yeah, that's been nice.
That's really well dealt with by Othman. Difficult ball, he's not quite sure what's happening behind him, and to be composed there and chest it down to Morrison goal and really take the sting out of that attack.
Morris with a big kick. Schwartz heads it back towards his own goal. Tongue will shepherd it back towards Danny Knight. Back to Tongue. Goss, go. It's the call for Delaney. He's
great
got
first
no one in
touch
front
by
of him.
Delaney. Early ball across to Taguchi.
Oh, Uyar was there, was just out in front of him, and King couldn't quite get on the end of it. So we'll have another corner kick.
Yeah, Robertson's been caught in beyond there, and for all his experience and his strength in the air and things that he brings to the table, he can be a bit exposed with runners in beyond, and he's been caught out there a little bit.
Bit of speed.
Yeah, it can really expose him there, and Delaney's done well, a great first touch.
I wonder if Delaney might have been better off to have a wee shot himself.
Yeah, I probably would have been a bit greedy there myself, but Taguchi again making a great run from midfield to get himself in the box. Tongue to swing the corner in.
So that wind basically coming right over the top of the shoulder of Tongue. It sits up. It's a big ball. Store at the back. And that's tidied up there by Morris at the back for Hawke's Bay.
Again, Storer not being picked up on those corners. They're trying to play zonal at the back post. But with the strength that Canterbury United have in the air through Storer and Schwartz, I'm not sure that's the smartest decision.
Mitchell's doing a power of work on defence too, isn't he? He's got back and stolen that one away from the visitors again. His Tongue comes away with it now to the right-hand side.
Yeah, he's a massively underrated player, Corey Mitchell. He was my favourite midfielder to play with because his work rate was so high and he's so strong in the challenge that it was a pleasure to play with him, and he probably covered a lot of the work that I wasn't doing, you know.
Well, the ball at the moment is going to say courtesy of Mitchell. As Schwartz gives it back to his keeper. Man on. The ball sitting up there for Tongue. So we headed on. The King back inside the Tongue, and it's gone out. Nice wee into play. King and Tongue. Yeah, has it. King, a wee nutmeg. Uyar through the middle again. He's got Matheson out on that left-hand side, but it's gone behind him.
Yeah, it's a poor ball there from Taguchi after some great work from King. Matheson needed that ball rolled in front of him there, and he's threw it on goal.
Good, Tongue, yeah, good decision.
Field punches it through there. Delaney unable to kind of bring it under control, so Hawke's Bay have it again, but it is inside their own half. Field trying to be aggressive with the header again, as well as King drops back. Challenge on Neil.
George King in his 50th game for Canterbury United today.
A wonderful effort, great servant. The back again for Robertson through to Ackel. Out to Atkins on that right-hand side in front of the Steve Sumner stand. Press full, but that man again, Mitchell. Doing a power work.
Hoyle with a couple of strong words towards the bench there, not happy about something.
Again, Hoyle pressing forward himself this time. Wants to take the ball forward, he's got it. And it's been taken away by King. Ackers looking for a wee lofty chip up over the top, but it's been cleared away by Tongue. This is back there again. Hoyle. Ackel. Looking for it, and it bounces up and hits the hand, but it's not called advantage. And that's not advantage. That's a terrible tackle.
No, that's not good at all. And a good initial advantage from the referee there to allow play to open up. Good first touch from Coughlin to get himself in front of Ackers, and a bit of a silly lunge from him.
So it's been interesting first 28 minutes of this game. It certainly started off all the home side, the Canterbury United Dragons. They had scored very, very early and then had another opportunity right out front. And then they've had a couple of opportunities through those corners. Hawke's Bay, probably 2 opportunities, shots on goal, going up over top, both of them.
From long range, probably not great opportunities. I think on the weight of opportunities, I think Canterbury are a comfortable 1-0 lead at the moment.
Been interesting to certainly Mitchell has been probably one of the standout players for me so far in this Canterbury United Dragons side. The ball courtesy of him, the possession courtesy of him a number of times for his side, and that little switch play between King and Matheson has benefited the Dragons.
It's difficult to pick up, and then also as wide players, you know, the formation, the tactical decisions that Hawke's Bay are making to have 3 at the back means that it does open up space for Canterbury United's wide players, so we should be looking for them to have a big impact on the game today. And
when you talked about that too, Robertson, so no spring chicken anymore, so he's got a couple of young 20-year-olds running at him.
Well done, Carl.
Hawke's Bay haven't tied it up again by Mitchell. Tongue has a wee kick towards Coughlin, but it's now gone up over the sideline. So Hawke's Bay have it down this left-hand side. Tongue just can't quite bring it under control. So Hawke's Bay again, right up at halfway now. Here's Neil, the captain, leaves it behind for Hoyle. There's plenty of white shirts on this side of the field, isn't there?
Yeah, we're actually seeing the front 2 for Hawke's Bay, Emerson and Ackers. I think they're probably getting a bit frustrated at the lack of ball, and you're seeing them come a lot deeper to try and get some touches on the ball.
Dragons getting plenty of players forward this time. Now Mandia fires it forward to Emerson, but it's snuffed out again. Neil Emerson with a wee shove in the back from Tongue. Gives the welcome to Christchurch.
Yeah, probably not a sensible decision there. No real pressure, and it gives Hawke's Bay an opportunity to get a few big bodies forward, as we see Robertson, Atkins, Hoyle getting forward, and it gives them a chance to deliver in dangerous windy conditions.
Certainly plenty of chat and a little bit of negative chat going out there from Hawke's Bay at the moment, so obviously things aren't quite as rosy as they want them to be, as Coughlin gets back with a big clearing, raking left foot punt. Few yards out the front on his own.
Matheson
trying to get there. He gets
forward.
A good ball right on the edge of the box with a wee kick. Oh, it's a wonderful save there though from Morris.
Really good timing of the pass there to send Matheson through, and he's on his favoured left foot this time, and not the clean strike that you'd be expecting from him in that dangerous area.
Almost got a wee half stride on it, didn't he? He's club-footed it towards straight at Morris' on-go attack. Now for the visitors, push it back through to Ackers. Ackers and Ackle, 13 and 23. Down that left-hand side now. The Dragons back into Coughlin. He's had the shirt dragged and pulled, and
it's again
going to send it to the dry cleaners.
It's a number of fouls on Coughlin already. You know, he's got a bit of a target on his back, does Coughlin, and to be fair, quite a few fouls from Pickering. He's getting on thin ice, I'd say, and not too far off receiving a yellow card himself.
I think it was Pickering that was mouthing off just a minute ago. So
yeah, it doesn't seem like the happiest camp, does it, the Hawke's Bay group? There's a lot of negativity.
Matheson gets a shove in the back from Robertson. That's it.
I'm very surprised that's not a yellow card. It's a challenge from behind like that, nowhere near winning the ball.
They're only down 1-0. Some of that sort of negative play, totally unnecessary from Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, that's a yellow card for me all day.
Hoyle has it, looking for the long ball. Now this time for Mandia. Store is back there to tidy up. Perhaps there was something in the lunch that just didn't quite sit right for the visitors. But, they're not playing all that badly at all. As I say, the scoreline only 1-0. There's plenty of opportunity and plenty of time in this game. But it's just getting a bit niggly out there.
Yep, very much in the game while it remains at 1-0.
With the possession, Schwartz has it. There's a couple of Hawke's Bay players on him though, with Knight looking to link up with Matheson. He gets back and gets the possession. Goes out over the touch eventually. It'll be Dragons' ball. Plenty of chat going on out there on whose ball it actually is. Dragons have it.
Not happy with the pitch, was it? Not happy with the amount of air in that ball.
Coughlin looks it back inside. It's Coughlin now, sorry. It was Delaney. Those two scrambling back to tidy up his field. Be a goal kick.
George, that's it. Play on it.
About 10 minutes remaining in this first half of this round 11 clash. ISPS Handa Premiership between hosts Canterbury United Dragons and Hawke's Bay United. So Hawke's Bay come away with it. Mandia, it's back now, out the back for Robertson. It's Mitchell pressing forward. Set of wheels on him. It's up. Game of headers at the moment, and UYA's invariably not going to win that one. Gee, he's been all over the park, hasn't he? We've said his name a number of times. Mitchell, he was up the front trying to get position at the front, and all of a sudden he screams back to takes possession of Hawke's Bay again.
Yeah, fantastic work rate from Mitchell again. Great in the challenge. He's one of those players that he somehow always pops out with a 50-50 ball. It's not a 50-50 with him.
Here for Delaney. So to King out on this right-hand side now. The left foot ball, it's in the box. Trying to link up. It's been tidied up at the back though for Hawke's Bay. Neil comes away with it.
Good, Corey.
Back to Hoyle. And it's been thrown away, basically.
Oh, and then Storer does the same thing. Turns the ball over to Mandia. Fergus Neal finds himself in a bit more of an advanced position, but great work rate from George King.
King gets back. It's sitting there. And Storer puts the wee shove in the back this time. The Hawke's Bay with the opportunity they've been waiting for.
Dangerous area. Really nice spot for a right-footed free kick here, especially with the wind in behind. It'll help add a bit of pace to that ball and help get it up and over that wall.
Aim at that right hand upright, sneak it in by half a foot. Yep. Simple as that.
It's easy from up here, isn't it?
So they're all lining up for it.
Got quite a collection there. Akers on his left foot.
Emerson there at 19.
Emerson fencing it. Looks like Akol's been pushed to the side a little bit.
I suspect this might come from Emerson. So looking for the win, trying to bring it round, and it's come off the body of UYA. Mandia has it. Back now to Atkins, looking to play it across through to Neil, to open this field up a little bit. He's on a wee run, and it's been chipped through to nobody. Eventually tidied up by Danny Knight at the back for the Dragons. Thinking about it. Fires it up the front for Delaney. Still has it. Playing a little bit there with Hawke. Well done by him. Gets back and gets possession for his side. Now he goes away on a run on the left-hand side. It's been tidied up by Coughlin. Across the touch. Tongue and King working in tandem to take the ball off Hawke's Bay though. King with it, left foot, long ball. Robertson and Delaney. Wee tussle down the back of Hawke's Bay and it's come off the side of the boot.
Yeah, I think you've seen good experience there from Robertson. He's been able to stay composed and keep the ball, play back to Morris, who's really shown the opposite of composure there and punted it into the stands.
He had eyes for the touchline too, didn't he, Morris? He just wanted to get rid of it, although that's not the best ball from Tongue. It's up now for Ackers, who's back. Fergus Neal flicks it through to Pickering. Osman brings it back towards the centre. Hawke down to Neal, looking for someone across it too. He takes it back in towards the middle himself. Comes away, Coughlin. Osman is chasing him. King with it now, back to Tongue. Can he move the ball around? Tough brings it forward. Storer at the back. Sits up now for Hawke, down to Neal on this left-hand side.
Pickering on the ball down the right.
Pickering with the ball back again. Sliding across as Atkins has it back to Robertson. So there's been plenty of ball movement from Hawke's Bay, but not a lot on.
They look comfortable in the deep defensive block though, don't Canterbury? Even though Hawke's Bay are doing a good job of rotating the ball, Canterbury haven't really been under threat.
Yeah, not a lot of stress from the Dragons so far. Say King back there at the moment, so too Mitchell. Uya has it and makes the intercept, and the Dragons will come away with it again through Matheson, this time on that left-hand side, back to Field. Slowing the ball down, looking to get some runners up in front of the ball, some options for the Dragons. Uya in the centre there. A nice wee cross for Matheson. Just can't quite bring it under control. And they both missed it. Back to Storer and gives away free kick. Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he's seen there. I think that Ahia Delaney has come through and cleanly won the ball there.
Hoyle looks to get us underway, out to Othman. Hawke's Bay looking for that equaliser. And that one's free kicked again. They're looking to speed things up a little bit, Hawke's Bay. There's only a couple of minutes left in this first half.
See the back three of Hawke's Bay move forward. Robertson, Hoyle, Atkins. Looking for some good delivery on the left foot of Akers here.
Hoyle, you do the front one.
Some tall timber back there though for the Dragons, isn't there? Was Schwartz, Storer. Lovely cross. That's been well tidied up there from Danny Knight. A good job in goal.
Good early shout from Danny Knight. Came out, claimed it easily and held on to it, and then slows the game down for his team.
Clearing punt there from Knight, but a bit of a scramble back for Hawke's Bay. They have it at the back again through Atkins. Back to Pickering. Finds Othman. Just in front of the home side stand. Has it again. Othman through to the centre. Across through to Neil. Tries to make the cross. Shot on goal.
Oh, what a challenge by Mitchell. It's a great challenge. The ball fell very nicely to Akers there.
Tidy piece of work from Mitchell. Certainly thinking about it, but no one's under a great deal of... no one's chasing too much for Hawke's Bay, are they?
A bit of pressure here from Hawke's Bay the last 3 or 4 minutes. Canterbury United are hanging on with 1 minute left in regular time in the half.
Knight being chased around the box from Emerson. It's a big high ball. It'll land bang on halfway. Coughlin looking to get onto it, but can't. Instead, it's Mitchell tries to make the left foot clearing kick. There it is for Field. Back to Ackel. Othman looking to cross onto his left. Schwartz gets his big left boot to it. It goes sky high and it's cleared away.
Well, I tell you what, it's not the prettiest 4 minutes of football that I've ever seen, but you have to say that there's been a bit of ascendancy there for Hawke's Bay as they put Canterbury United under a bit of pressure as we lead into half-time. That's exactly what Canterbury United wanted there. Delaney able to hold up play, draw a foul. It's going to take the sting out of this completely. I'm sure Canterbury United will take their time with this free kick and quite happily get in.
It's on up the front again though. Matheson, can he get in front? Tidied up by Morris.
Yeah, what do I know? They play quicker.
Tongue thought about it. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It looks, well, and that's exactly what they were trying to do. I suspect that slow things down, make it look slow, and then all of a sudden, when you get the young legs of Matheson running around up front, just give them the ball. Good throw there for Coughlin, but it's tidied up by Robertson as it just slides out over the touchline. Dragons with another opportunity. The ball down for Delaney. Another opportunity just before half-time, can they? We're on referee's time at the moment. King has it now. Back to Mitchell. Comes forward, looking to find an option. Has a shot himself, but it sails up over the top. We'd have to say it was on, wasn't it? Because everyone was looking around thinking, where's the cross going to go? And instead he thought, heck it.
You see Mitchell here as they back away. Hawke's Bay just backed away, and it's actually a decent strike into the wind there. He's got good power on that.
And it's end-to-end football at the moment. I thought the game was starting to slow down in referee's time, but Hawke's Bay want to speed things up. They want to get themselves on the score sheet. Back is Hoyle. Out on that side, right-hand side to Atkins now. Running into traffic. And the man tasked with tidying up today for Canterbury Dragons is Mitchell. Matheson has it back to Schwartz. Storer at the back, looking for Tongue. He's been cut off.
That's good pressure by Emerson there, putting Storer under pressure.
There now for Neil. Emerson has it, looking to cross. Ball. Schwartz with the tidy up. Robertson on halfway. Sends it to the right-hand side through Atkins. Othman has it again. They're doing a good job of moving the ball, but it's just not quite as accurate once they get near the box. As Schwartz tidies up again and says, that'll do us, ladies and gentlemen. That's half-time here in this round 11 ISPS Handa Men's Premiership competition. Canterbury United Dragons hosting Hawke's Bay United, and it is the home side, Canterbury, up 1-0. Well, she's an interesting day here in Ōtautahi, Christchurch. Canterbury United Dragons, the home side, leading the visitors Hawke's Bay United 1-0. Thanks for having your company on Sky Sport Next. My name's George Berry. Aaron Clapham in comments. We'll be back in a moment. There's been some interesting action right from the start of the game. The first goal coming from the boot of number 18, Yuya. So wonderful wee play down that left-hand side with Matheson. Slipped across for Yuya. Hawke's Bay eventually got forward and started to press a little bit. Osman with a wee shot towards goal at that point, which was tidied up by Danny Knight. And then it was King, the lovely cross. Setting up for Delaney. Cross again for Field. And just ricocheting off the defender. It was this one here from Yuya. We chip up, we float her into the wind. Andrew Storer getting forward, tidied up eventually by Morris, the keeper for Hawke's Bay. Another one there, just starting to spin. Matheson holding it up, back inside the chip to Mitchell, who has been all over the park for Canterbury United today. He's had a lot of possession coming through the boot of Mitchell, and another shot on goal there, just sailing up over the crossbar. So number 16, Mitchell, has been in fine form for the Canterbury United Dragons today. Hawke's Bay United certainly aren't out of the match. A bit of a negative play in the first sort of 15 to 20 minutes before they got into the game. And since then, we've had a heck of a game here at English Park today, haven't we, Aaron Clapham?
Yeah, it's been an entertaining game for me. And as you mentioned, Hawke's Bay definitely not out of the game. Canterbury United, very good value for a 1-0 lead. So interesting game. Obviously the team switch sides, so that wind will impact it in different ways.
Yeah, back underway in the second half. Matheson on this left-hand side, looking to play forward again. Delaney getting back, but it comes away through Hawke's Bay. Down the right-hand side. Now for Pickering. This is Matheson. Slips it back into Coughlin. It's on for Yuya, right on that right-hand side. We one touch and back inside. Here it's sitting up. Matheson onto his right.
Oh, it's a fantastic save there from Morris. Lovely build-up play, and it looked like Takuchi had taken that a bit too far, and good composure from Matheson to get a strike off on his weaker right foot, and a fantastic save by Morris.
Yeah, wonderful save from Morris. He squeezed across on that left-hand side of goal and just popped it up over the top of the crossbar. But another attacking opportunity, almost exactly the way we started the first half. The Dragons with Matheson now, across into, he's looking for Delaney. Now they come away. Hawke's Bay. It's 23, Ackers with the ball now, coming forward with a cross. Finds Emerson, slowing it down through Pickering. Back to Ackers. Canterbury have got plenty of players back behind the ball again, and it's been snuffed out. King getting back there to tidy up as well. So
it was actually a great opportunity there for Hawke's Bay, and Canterbury United have done well to recover in pretty strong numbers.
Come forward again through Ackle. Back to Aikens. Nice we play from Osman down that right hand side, and the ball's been crossed, and it's Tongue that gets back to, gets ahead to it to begin with.
Fantastic play down the right hand side by Othman, and it's a very brave challenge here coming in from Luke Tongue.
Gets around field.
It's a great, brave challenge. And Danny Knight's done brilliantly there. That's rolling into the bottom corner. What a save.
Mandir getting in there for Hawke's Bay as well. Tongue getting back there and getting ahead to it. He's still nursing a bit of a sore head at the moment. Having a conversation with Emerson. Emerson with about half a head. Probably a whole head on top of Tongue.
That haircut's a bit of a magnet for Tongue there, I think.
And the cross comes from Othman, and off the crossbar. Still there for Hawke's Bay.
Ecole with a free header there, rattles the crossbar.
Othman with the wee floater into the box. Robertson off its head now. And, gee, Danny Knight's been forced into a bit of play in the last minute or so. It was Morris, the Hawke's Bay keeper, in the first sort of 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden it's been Knight down the other end for the Dragons.
Bit of action to kick at the second half off here for us.
Yeah, I hope you've made your cup of tea at half time. Got yourself a cold one. If this continues for another 45 minutes, we're in for a heck of a game. Ackers has it for Hawke's Bay, back to Ecole. Yuya comes away, he's on his own though. Robertson just sort of stands in front of him like a concrete wall. A ricochet off Delaney. I don't think he's quite sure what Yuya was trying to do with it then.
A little bit ambitious from Yuya Taguchi. Good initial pressure from Delaney.
At the back through Hoyle. Looking to link up with Mandir, but it comes away for Mitchell. Field has it now on this left-hand side, on the near side. Back to Schwartz, the skipper finds Coughlin. He's offside. Pickering gets us back underway through Atkins. Now looking to shift the ball around a bit. Canterbury have plenty of players forward, so looking to press early in this first half and make it difficult for the visitors. Pickering with a nice wee ball down that right-hand side. Again, it's Schwartz that tidies up Matheson. Coughlin with the wee ball, but it's been flicked out over the touch from Pickering. Field finds Ehai Delaney. Coughlin sent to the ground.
It's a number of fouls throughout the game on Coughlin. He's got a bit of a target on his back from Hawke's Bay, and there's probably a point where the referee won't tolerate that. They've played early into Matheson, who's in a very dangerous area.
Nice cross ball, but it catches the wind. It had Delaney charging forward to that near post, but it sails up over the goal line. So Morris clear from his in front of his own goal. Thinks about it, backs off again. And he's going to give a nice wee ball to Atkins. Instead of trying to test the wind, gee, that wind is just getting up a bit too.
Yeah, it is picking up, and I'm surprised that Canterbury United aren't pressing a little bit higher there to make it even more difficult for Hawke's Bay to get out of their own half. Which we might see this time.
Delaney chasing hard. It sits up in the wind. We just talked about that. It's Hawke's Bay trying to get numbers back behind the ball this time. Ackers fires it out to the left. It's been picked up by Hoyle. King has it. A wee dart back and a dart forward and a long ball down the front as Robertson goes back to tidy up for Hawke's Bay. That's a dangerous wee play there with a couple of United attackers.
That Robertson-Delaney foot race is not the fastest foot race you're likely to see, is it?
No, it certainly is not. And the ball sails up off the boot of Field over the touchline. Robertson, there's plenty to chat about there. Pickering has it. It's a ball through to the centre, but this Andrew Storer had it. It's been kicked back to Tongue, having to go back and tidy up this time. So things just getting a bit off a little bit for the Dragons at the back.
It's a little bit messy.
Mitchell comes forward, tries to steal. It's a big cross. Tongue with the header though.
Well dealt with by Luke Tongue there. And that's another one of those little niggly late challenges that we've seen quite a few of from Hawke's Bay.
Get your shape, that's all men.
Get your shape is the catch cry from the Hawke's Bay bench, and it's exactly what they need. Things just starting to look a bit Marmite, as my father would say, a bit spread all over the show. Don't be Marmite. You stick to what you need to do, get in the right place, and away you go. As Hawke's Bay come away with the ball again. It's up over the touch. Again, Hoyle looking for it. It's amazing to think it's still only 1-0. The amount of football that's been played.
Yeah, a number of good opportunities. You can probably see why Hawke's Bay have conceded the most goals in the league, but also scored the least goals in the league. It's another niggly foul on Coughlin again.
Lazy challenge that was. Well, we're going to have a bit of a chat here. He's had enough. Referee Ben O'Connell says, that'll do you. Having a wee chat there to
George King to swing it in on his left foot.
He's got the wind behind him. Might be quite sheltered underneath the Steve Sumner stand, but he'll swing it in nonetheless. It's a good cross. Looking for heads. And Coughlin up over the top again.
Another free header. You know, it's set pieces, corners. There's been a number of free headers on both sides, so both teams won't be too happy with their defensive set piece play.
Nice we play down that left-hand side for the visitors, but it's Schwartz that has it, the skipper. It goes to nowhere, well it goes to Robertson. Kicked out here for Othman. Looking for the cross ball, and it, just evaded every Dragon on the way past. Went past 4 of them. Matheson to get rid of it. Headed down by Robertson, but comes away is Delaney. Now finds Coughlin. Bangs it out to King. King down that right-hand side, and he's got Tongue on his shoulder. Leaves it behind. Tongue with a cross. Another. Oh my gosh. Uya just couldn't quite get it. Let's see if he was.
What an opportunity there.
3 inches taller.
It's a lovely little stand-up ball to the back post from Luke Tongue. And it looks like Atkins challenging for the ball here, and he might have done enough to put Taguchi off. Oh, he's got to get anything on that, and it's a goal.
Mitchell, Field, back to Mitchell. Flicks it forward. Matheson trying to get on it, but keep going. This is a cool. Uya's down on the ground, having sprung up off the deck.
What a save by Morris. Great strike by George King on a stronger left foot, cutting in from the right there, and it's a fantastic save by Morris to put that out for a corner. Yuya Taguchi still down on the ground. One of those awkward falls where you can really do some damage to your shoulder.
Yeah, almost distracted back here from Uya as he hit the deck quite hard, but it was himself that went up in the air, and instead it was Morris forced to make a wonderful save. Gee, he's been in good form at the back today for Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, it's a top save, and he's really keeping Hawke's Bay in this. And at the same time, Hawke's Bay, when they go down the other end, they are dangerous. It is a bit scrappy, it is a bit scrambling, but they are dangerous in those moments.
Matheson is the corner, go to the near post this time, and it's been tidied up by Hawke's Bay, but it sits down now for the Dragons. And we'll have another corner. Looks like we might have a change coming for the Dragons too. 23.
So Eddie Wilkinson, it looks like he might be coming on shortly. So we head to Matheson, about to swing in the corner with his left.
It's a high ball right up over the back though to Schwartz. Coughlin with the wee over the wee bicycle kick. It goes up over the near post and out and over the back.
Yep,
to Morris to get us underway again.
Looks like Eddie Wilkinson will be coming on shortly. Recently it has been a double sub normally, JJ Richards and Eddie Wilkinson together. But it looks like Wilkinson just coming on by himself this time.
There's some tough challenges going on in the middle. There's Mitchell, back to Schwartz. Schwartz has it through to King. Hawke's Bay getting back to tidy up. Again, they go forward through Emerson. Emerson all on his own out the front, although he has Ackers in the middle. That's a strong challenge there. You'd have to wonder what's going on. Plenty of conversation being had.
It was a really poor ball, actually, from Emerson. Ackers was through and on goal then if he could curve that around nicely. As we see here, look, you can see Ackers through on goal there if he can get that ball right, and he's really mishit it. Danny Knight's come out to challenge, and it looks like Danny's just left the ball a little bit and caught him on the way through. I think keepers are always going to get away with that one. They get a bit of special treatment. Oh, now the cards come out with Delaney's first challenge of the game.
It was a rough challenge on Robertson, but a card nonetheless. It was right out in front of referee Ben McConnell. Yeah, interesting enough, you saw Emerson almost tripped himself up on that cross before. He had a perfect opportunity to cross that into Ackers, and instead almost tripped himself up.
Yep, it'll be high Delaney coming off for Eddie Wilkinson. Eddie Wilkinson brings a bit of pace, a bit of directness, that youthful exuberance.
Well, having just been given a card, Delaney heads to the sheds. So Wilkinson out there now. He's had a good game though out front, Delaney. Robertson has it at the back though with Hoyle. Mitchell's in there just being a pest really. Fields there to tidy up for the Dragons. His first touch there for Wilkinson. He's pushing hard and himself being a pest comes away with it again. He takes the ball off Atkins.
Oh, it's great.
It's a great cross. Coffin has it.
And that's what Eddie Wilkinson brings to the table. It's that aggression, it's the directness, it's the pace. Causing all kinds of problems there for Atkins.
Another card being...
I think that's Bill Robertson has talked himself into the books there.
Swapping phone numbers. Instead, they get given a card. Hawke's Bay come away. Robertson, the man that just got the card. Due to Hoyle as they press forward the Dragons. Morris looks to get rid of it.
That's the challenge into the win for Hawke's Bay. If they start lumping that ball long, Storer and Schwartz, that's their bread and butter.
Well, you think it's going to go 10 metres further than it does, isn't it? All of a sudden it hangs up. So Storer picks it back tonight. So Robertson gets a bit of a ribbing from the crowd at the same time.
Yeah, the parochial Canterbury United crowd always like to pick someone out from the opposition and give them a bit of a dig.
They come away, Hawke's Bay, but Storer takes it off Ackers then. It's not the best clearance. A couple of wee sort of uncharacteristic sort of errors there from Storer today.
Yeah, there's been a few scrappy moments which it looks like probably one of the only ways that Hawke's Bay may grab a goal at the moment, but then those moments they do look dangerous.
Matheson brings it in to the centre for Uyar. Shit through the field. Uyar coming forward again. Look up is the call, and that's not the best cross.
Idea. It's poor execution from Uyar. Eddie Wilkinson's drifted wide into some space.
It's the skipper Fergus Neal with it. Got back to tidy up and take the possession off Canterbury. Here it is, Hawke's Bay. Again, Neal looking for options, finds Ackers. It's Othman, and the man out there doing plenty of work at the moment is King, 7. He scurries away up front, calling for the ball. Can't get it through Coughlin yet.
Interesting matchup for Robertson now on a yellow card as well, up against Eddie Wilkinson, who does bring a bit more pace to that front line. So it'll be a real challenge for him now, how he deals with those balls and behind from Canterbury United.
And a bit of wind too, as you see through that throw from Tongue. And it's just gone past Wilkinson. The visitors' ball now through Hoyle. Neil back to Robertson for the big cross and to open up this near side. It's Emerson. We touched to Othman, and it's been cleaned up by Mitchell. It's just been a weak pass, just a bit heavy for Mitchell. Plenty of turnover in this second half.
Yeah, it's been scrappy. Hasn't been too pretty, that's for sure.
Storer with the header, but that hasn't been cleared away properly either. Mandia through to what comes out on that right-hand side to Othman now. There's plenty of visitors forward.
Well done, Tangy!
Hawke's Bay down this down that far side now though, looking to bring it in towards the box. His tongue tidies up in a scrappy we set up.
There's Wilkinson making those runs and beyond.
He's got some wheels. He's faster than Robertson. He certainly is. A wee touch, trying to bring it back in, but he's been done well. Showed every inch of his experience there, Robertson. But they've still got it at the back there.
Yeah, you can see the challenges that he'll face there, Robertson, with the pace of Wilkinson, but he did very well in the end there.
Just didn't panic too much. Schwartz is, let's get out of here. The ball drops down now for
space for Coughlin.
Coughlin. Yeah, Matheson's in the middle, waiting for it. Wee half run, Field. Now,
Taguchi in a mile of space in the middle of the park.
As King waits out on the right-hand side for it as well. It gets to him with Matheson and Wilkinson in the middle. Down that right-hand side is Yuya. Tongue goes screaming past. Now to King. Onto that left.
Touch. A little bit too much there from King, but after a fantastic first touch.
Hawke looking to turn defence into attack. Back inside to Ackers. 1-2. We play just at the top of the box there. Neil has it. Fergus Neil thinks about it. Has a shot. It's been well taken down by Danny Knight though.
A nice play down the right by Hawke, and it falls, again, a little bit scrappy, but it falls to Fergus Neil here. No pressure coming from Canterbury United, so he decides to have a strike from about 20, 25, 30 yards. Always difficult into the wind, and relatively comfortable for Knight in the end. Looks like Sam Field is carrying a bit of a knock here.
Not sure if he's suffering from a bit of cramp or...
Quite short on fullbacks, Canterbury United, after the injury to Sean Littercoat, but they do have Ben Stroud back from injury, who's on the bench, who would probably be the likely replacement. JJ Richards has spent some time at fullback too. Recently has been playing more as a striker, though.
Doesn't look like... we might have a change. We're going to have a change for Hawke's Bay. It doesn't look like Dragons coach Lee Podmore's interested in helping Sam Field out too much though. He's telling him to stay at the back. Got a change. Emerson heads to the Pine for Hawke's Bay. Calhomo makes his way out for Hawke's Bay in 10. Nice wee aggressive. Oh, lucky playing advantage there for Hawke's Bay. Down now for Akers going through traffic, and Mitchell makes the tackle, and a good clean one at that. That's all been sort of thrown away.
Struggling to clear their lines a little bit, Canterbury United. A few of those moments where they've mishit clearances, and it's putting themselves under a lot more pressure than they need to be.
Fergus Neil back to Hoyle, and Neil runs down that far side, but he's offside. That's the new man.
Going with the Delhame. It's good when your substitutes come on like that and provide a little bit of a spark. Good pressure on the sideline. Nice run and beyond, a little bit offside though.
Hugo Delhame So the striking moustache. Very magnum PI of him. 68 minutes gone. Just 1-0 to the home side. Schwartz wants to play up front. Ackle has, that one goes over the sideline from Othman. So Ackle has, we will have a change for Canterbury United. That's 20. Jacob Richards.
JJ Richards, who does will come on in that attacking third, and it's George King getting a nice round of applause from the Canterbury United crowd on his 50th appearance for the club.
Neil, the ball out front for the new man. It's the keeper, Danny Knight, that tidies up for the Dragons through to Tongue. So Hawke's Bay kind of looking to do the same, aren't they? Putting a bit more speed out.
That's a foul, surely.
Front. Richards with his first touch. Sky high it goes. There's plenty of numbers there. Matheson trying to get it. Say plenty of numbers for the Dragons, but what that means is there's less back for them.
There's a lot of numbers for Hawke's Bay here. 5 players in the box.
Gets the ball into the box. It now sits there for Othman, and it's gone in. Well, he was out there on his own.
Yeah, they've really committed numbers forward.
So Sam Field just couldn't quite get back to tidy up.
Again, a bit of a lucky bounce there, and it falls out to Othman. Touch and a finish into the bottom corner. It's a really nice finish from there. Now you're taught to go low, hard, back across the keeper from that angle, and he's done it very well to put it in the bottom corner. And Canterbury United have really paid the price. You
have to think that perhaps Sam Field was thinking about that injury he was looking at a couple of minutes ago. Just not quite able to get back there fast enough to tidy up. So we have a ball game. It is 1 goal each after 70 minutes. So the changes that Hawke's Bay have made have worked so far. Will they work for the Dragons? 2 new men up front. It's Wilkinson. Tongue is playing a lot further forward now too. Tongue getting back to tidy up, but he's out there on his own. So it gives a scream for handball. Hit the sleeve apparently. Tongue has it. Ball forward for JJ Richards. Field has it on his left. Looking through to Matheson. Nice sweet touch through to Matheson again on his left. Lovely wee ball from Wilkinson, a wee touch.
Oof, it's a,
that's a challenge. It's a heck of a challenge.
That's 2 probably ill-advised challenges there from Atkins at the back, and it seems like he's got away with it after some lovely combination play. But we see Dal Home breaking down the right for Hawke's Bay.
So we go from end-to-end football. A nice wee tic-tac from Dal Home. Flicks it back off to Ackers. Here it is now for Coughlin. It's Wilkinson floating around with the ball, finds Tongue down that right-hand touchline. JJ Richards calling for it. There's plenty of white defenders around him, the Hawke's Bay colours, and that's been given away cheaply. That one's come off the elbow at that point. Mitchell trying to get back to tidy up, but it ricochets and bounces off sort of his elbow/forearm.
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky there. It's a good initial challenge, and it's just accidentally bumped into his arm there, and the right call from the referee.
So Hawke's Bay hot on attack again.
That's great defending by Lyle Matheson. He hasn't nibbled at all on that step over, and he's got his body across and won the ball back for his team.
The Field and Schwartz at the back there, back to Knight, the keeper, looking to go long. Says, let's go, Matheson. Yuya's,
He gets up there for a little fella, doesn't he?
he does.
Got a bit of a spring in his step.
Yeah. Field now to Matheson. There's plenty of players forward for him. So forward for Richards. Can't quite get to his feet.
Yes, shoot.
Matheson seems to be doing everything right at the minute. Yuya tries to get back to his feet. Yeah, Mitchell has it. Coughlin. Back to Schwartz. Just thinking about it. He doesn't want to cross to Stora. Well marked. Turning again for Hawke's Bay to tidy up. It's Othman back there. So they go through to their skipper. And we turn. Gives it to Hoyle. The Dragons again getting plenty of numbers back. So all of a sudden that game plan has just changed a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, and at 1-1, a draw doesn't really do them a heck of a lot at home today. I think they'd be looking to win this game. So I'd like, with the last 15-20 minutes, to see quite a bit of ambition from Canterbury United here and push to win this game, especially with the wind in behind them.
Well, they were certainly getting forward before as UR comes away again. Matheson out to Tongue, and it's behind him. So things slow down again. Wilkinson calls for the ball. He's had the ball taken off him. Mandia now into the opposition half. It's a cross for Delholm. Stora can't hold on to it.
Some pretty ugly play all around there. A poor ball by Mandia, and then about 3 or 4 turnovers in a row, and Hawke's Bay end up in a dangerous position. It looked like a foul to me, actually, with Stora there.
Yeah, I have to agree. As we back underway, Stora's looking to get his body in between him and the ball. Delholm, he's been a live wire since coming on for Hawke's Bay. Sits there for Akers, looking for a cross. Mitchell has it though, thinking about it. Robertson gets forward and looks a bit of a pest of himself. Delholm can't hold on to that one, so it'll be a turnover to the Dragons. Schwartz is just looking to slow things down a little bit for his side, get a bit more shape back again. Field with a long ball. The Hawke's Bay. Field has now got those big long legs out. Snuffed it out, so plenty of turnover.
Yeah, it's a scrappy bit of a turnover game for the last 5 minutes. Not much quality, unfortunately. Hopefully that picks up.
Tongue with that running ball down the right-hand side, but can't quite hold on to it. Comes this near side now through Aitkins. Delholm with a nice wee ball.
It's a lovely touch from Delholm. And Othman not quite able to deal with that.
Yuya now looking for options. He has Tongue way out on that right-hand side. It's Wilkinson that's dropped right back. Yuya forced to get on the ball. There's a challenge from Pickering. That's a nice ball in the end from JJ Richards out through to Wilkinson under plenty of pressure. Mitchell comes forward. He's had a few shots on goal already. And another one.
Strike.
Oh, a beautiful strike there from Wilkinson.
Wilkinson, another impact player off the bench for Canterbury United, which they've had for the last few weeks. Corey Mitchell not shut down and gets a decent strike off Robertson with a block. And you can see here it falls to Wilkinson. One step, strikes it very clean, low, hard. And you'd have to say, after some of the amazing saves that Morris has made today, I actually thought he'd do a little bit better than that, but certainly not an easy save by any stretch.
Yeah, wonderful and very much needed passage of play there from the home side. They now go up 2-1. And the crowd in the Steve Sumner stand are happy and joyous.
Yep. Last week we had JJ Richards coming off the bench and scoring on the volley to get a late draw for Canterbury United, and you see Wilkinson coming off the bench today to You know, I wouldn't say a winner at this stage because there's still 13 minutes to go, and we've certainly seen plenty of options and opportunities for Hawke's Bay in the second half.
Hawke's Bay down this right-hand side again through Osman. It's a lovely ball forward. It's Mandir and Eckel back to Mandir. Pickering has it, swings it out to the left to Hoyle. And a shot.
Very, very ambitious from Hoyle there at 35 yards out into the wind.
Yeah, it was almost a bit of a nothing play. It's sent way down through the wind in the boot of Danny Knight. Inside the Hawke's Bay half as Matheson is chased down by Osman. Osman looking to get back, but Richards there with a nice high foot ball through to Wilkinson, and it sails up over the goal. Just not quite on the right angle. It was a nice wee piece of play.
Lovely ball from JJ Richards, probably an area that you'd want Eddie Wilkinson to be looking to cut that back for a teammate, but he's just scored from 25 yards out, so he's thought, why not me?
And a wee change about to happen. 6 is going on for Hawke's Bay. So we change his shirts.
We have had a bit of a change of shirts relative to our list, but I think that's Gavin Hoy.
Hawke's Bay now through Mandir. Finds Hoyle and the captain. Now Neil, Fergus Neil. And a shot from a long way out from Mandir.
It's going to be frustrating for the coaching staff of Hawke's Bay, I'd imagine. That's the third or fourth probably ill-advised shot.
Tonight at the back for Canterbury United. It's a good kick up and over first half off the left.
Early ball from Matheson to find JJ on the left-hand side. He'll look to cut back in on his right foot here. But well covered by Othman.
It's still on. No, Wilkinson and Richards working in tandem here, trying to get the ball. Akers doing well. Standing in the tackle and a wee shoulder there from Pickering. It's back and now tidies up for Hawke's Bay. So Hoy. We pass forward now to Neil. Neil looking for runners. He's got Akers up in front.
That's well read again by Taguchi. It's probably the fourth or fifth pass he's intercepted today. He obviously anticipates and reads the game very well.
Sort of lurking out on the flanks there and comes screaming into the middle to make the tackle. Flick up off the back heel there. From Neil goes to no one. Robertson and Hoy working in tandem at the back, as well as Wilkinson covering plenty of Ks. Tongue's back there to tidy up. Climbed all over. That was Fergus Neil. Climbed all over by Tongue. Isn't happy. Mandir's back there this time for Hawke's Bay. Swinging it through to the right, out towards Pickering. Pickering has Othman up front. Hoy as well. Hoy onto his left. Back to Atkins. Robertson. Keep the ball moving. It's the call from the Hawke's Bay bench.
I think one of the most impressive things for me today is how comfortable Canterbury United look in that deep defensive block. Once they get the numbers back, they do look like they're not going to be broken down.
As Mitchell comes through with the ball this time, trying to find runners, finds Wilkinson screaming down that right-hand side. He's inside the box now. Coughlin has it. I thought he might have done a little bit better at that point, but slowing it down, they still have possession, do the Dragons. Through to Mitchell. Just taking a stretch. Hawke's Bay again, Coughlin and Wilkinson. 1-2 play. Coughlin brought down, but neither the assistant referee or the referee want to know about it.
Pickering's done well in the corner there to win that ball off Coughlin, who is probably playing a bit too much for the foul.
Schwartz with the ball through to Richards. It's a late challenge there. Fair, but late.
It's a professional foul, you call that, from JJ there to drag him down and end the counter-attack opportunity.
The Pickering now, left-hand side. Skipper is pushing forward, but Tongue's back there to tidy up. Interesting, you talk about the back four being plenty strong for the Dragons. Tongue is one of those guys playing out of position, but playing extremely well.
Yeah, he's done well. He's adjusted well to playing out of position the last probably 3 weeks since Sean Litticoat's injury, and he's handling himself well.
Hawke's Bay press forward, that's Hoy. Drops the ball. The toe. It's up now for Ackers. Thinking about it, runs past it, and it's crossed back in. Robertson's up the front there to his captain, Neil. It's good.
That's a great challenge from Luke Tongue. We've just talked about his defensive ability, and he's done very well to get a last-ditch challenge in there. Akers has done well. He's drawn a couple of players and played a cute little ball back and beyond, and it's, of all people, it's fallen to Bill Robertson.
Plenty of shirts back there as well for the Dragons. Good to see them getting plenty of numbers.
We'll see if our team sheets are accurate this time. Number 3, we believe, is Jackson Woods, who's coming on for the captain, Fergus Neal.
It sits up. There it comes off the foot of Schwartz. And they're going to let it go over the back line. So a goal kick. A couple of wee notes. Just had a couple of players back to front shoots. So I think we've got it right now.
5 minutes to play. 4 minutes to play, sorry, plus extra time. You can see Danny Knight not in a hurry to take these goal kicks now at 2-1 up.
The win, I believe, would put the Dragons back up to 5th.
Yeah, they'd be fifth place, then there'd be 1 point off 4th and 2 points off 3rd. Wow. Canterbury United crowd not agreeing with that decision. Eddie Wilkinson again, industrious, putting the back 3, sorry, for Hawke's Bay under a lot of pressure there.
You wonder sometimes if it was their speed that causes the issues. As it does, Matheson's taken down in a tough challenge. Advantage being played. Coughlin with the ball through to JJ Richards. So we touch on the right foot, looking to cross it in, but he's got no one to give it to. Wilkinson just a wee bit wide and Mitchell just a wee bit slow on that occasion. So Hawke's Bay will come across again to the new man, Woods. And tied it up by Field.
I think he's coming back to at least give a yellow card for that challenge by Atkins on Matheson. And he has.
It's good refereeing, keep the game moving, especially at this time of the game when everyone's trying to slow it down. With the wee slice, it looks like my 9-iron.
I think he meant to do that though.
Richards and gets one in the back from Pickering. That's a lazy elbow in the back. He's had a few of those today as Pickering.
Yeah, it's probably catching up on him. It's probably the 4th or 5th one. It's a bit late. That one after a bit of a turnover there from the good pressure from Coughlin. I think he's a bit frustrated there.
It's a good ball out on that right-hand side, but Wilkinson unable just to pull it down. Mitchell has it. There, Richards trying to get onto it. Hawke's Bay have it. Storer having to go back and tidy up, and does so.
He's done very well there, Storer. He's been big and strong, used his body well, and probably been quite sensible in the 88th minute just to clear that and beyond Hawke's Bay.
New man Woods trying to get on it. No, instead it's Matheson, finds Richards, who's onside. Couldn't quite bring it under control though.
Yeah, Hoyle's done well there to cover. JJ through on goal.
Still in, Schwartz gives it that raking left.
Loves a big kick, does Tom Schwartz.
Trying to get JJ Richards onto it. Get another goal. The goal column next to his name. Hoy looking to go quickly. It's Othman out, that left-hand side now. Taking on Tongue. Turn into Hoy. The cross comes from Hoy into the middle. Schwartz is there. And Robertson, the wee header pass. And some more great defence there from Sam Field.
Yeah, good 1v1 defending there.
So, we're 30 seconds away from 90 minutes. I don't suspect there'll be too much extra time to play. The game has flowed.
Yep. Yeah, I think the referee's done well in that part to let the game flow. A couple of nice advantages as well, which is good to see.
Not a great deal of injury time either. It's a good cross though. Matheson, an appeal for handball.
Yeah, a couple of strong appeals from the Hawke's Bay bench there against Lyle Matheson.
Till home with the cross in, has come off the foot. Oh, it sits up.
That's a great little flick from Akers. And I'm not sure who's cleared that off the line, but someone from Canterbury United, it might have been Luke Tongue there who's managed to get that off the line. There it was, another brave challenge from Luke Tongue.
Well, there's plenty of pressure being applied here from the visitors in this last few minutes, and it's been chipped down. Knight having to do plenty of tidying up, and does so.
Yeah, another bobbly ball around the 6-yard box there, and it's bouncing around, and that one's fallen into Zanny Knight's hand, who's reacted quickly to hold that.
Knight wants to get rid of it. We've inside, we'll bring up 91 minutes, so there can't be much time left. Storer with the header.
Challenge by Storer at this stage of the game.
Nice we play there from Wilkinson. Just looking to slow things down a bit. So another card being dealt out at the moment. Unhappy Hawke's Bay bench. That Lyle Matheson had handballed that early one inside the box. We play on. Oh, and this Goffin goes for the bicycle kick, aware that Hoyle was coming up on his shoulder.
It's good brave defending from Hoyle there, and a slightly dangerous play from Coughlin, not what you want to see.
Delholm, everyone pushing forward for Hawke's Bay. Delholm looking to get it into the box. There's plenty of Hawke's Bay players up there. Richards, so we're clearing header. 92 minutes gone now. Matheson trying to keep it away from Woods. And punts it almost straight up in the air. Othman through to Woods. And then to Field with another clearing kick, but he brings it back towards the middle. And Richards has it.
It's great play by JJ Richards.
Delholm through to Hoy now. Hoy, the nice ball. Ackers. Mandy with a shot. Slipped down and it sails up over the goal too. So we're going to have a corner kick at that point.
Corner kick as we approach the 93rd minute. The referee's probably got that one right. Good challenge there from Taguchi. As we see a Canterbury United substitute, Ben Stroud, will enter the game for Lyle Matheson. And good to see Ben Stroud back from injury. He'll add a bit of tall timber to deal with this last-minute corner kick for Hawke's Bay.
Good game from Matheson. You'd have to say Stroud going back in to block up a corner. Delholm is the cross. Goes down the front. Osman can't get onto it. That's a shot. There from Woods. That again going up over the crossbar. So another, it's been 4 or 5 of those today from Hawke's Bay.
Ill-advised strikes from 35 yards out into the wind. Those are frustrating ones for the Hawke's Bay coaching staff.
You grow up in Canterbury, you understand how the easterly works.
Yeah.
Knight looking to get rid of it. Mitchell adds a wee couple of metres with a header through to Richards. A nice through ball for Richards onto his left. Move it back to Stroud. They'll just hold things up a little bit.
JJ Richards happy to go to the corner and waste a bit of time here. Win the team a corner.
Win a corner.
It's mature play from JJ Richards. It'll eat up another 30 seconds of the clock, of which I'm not sure how we've had 4.5 minutes of added time.
Dragons coach Lee Podmore is looking at his watch, asking the same question, but we will have a corner. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Referee Ben O'Connell says thank you very much, but that is the end of the round 11 clash between the Canterbury United Dragons and Hawke's Bay United, with the home side, Canterbury United, taking the spoils 2-1. Thank you very much for your company on Sky Sport Next today for today's ISPS Handa Men's Premiership competition. Well done to the home side. Best of luck to Hawke's Bay for the remainder of the season. Thank you very much, Aaron Clapham, for your expert comments. In the meantime, we'll see you again next time. I'm George Berry. Have a good afternoon.